The crude that the petrol and diesel that you buy at the dispensing station today, that crude would have been obtained 2 months ago. So it's bought either at the price, it has to be bought at the price available then. So 2 months ago, or whatever the representative, 6 weeks or 3 months or I don't know, then the price was not this price, it was higher price. The cost of insurance freight was also that price. So today that crude is being sold. Today the crude that you are, if the prices come down to 70 or below, that crude will arrive here much later. A legitimate question which you can ask, and many of you are asking, when are prices going to further come down? Now that, again, why I am so happy to have this and why we have given you so much detailed material. If you have even a nodding acquaintance with the functioning of oil companies, when most of you probably know more about their functioning than I do, then there are several steps involved. Whether the company is in the private sector, and we have two of them, or they are public sector entities which we call oil marketing company, the procedure essentially involves sourcing crude at the point of production through the floating of a tender. Either it's on term basis or on spot basis, but there is a transparent process. Then you buy that, then along with that cost is the cost of insurance, cost of freight, then there is a refining margin, then there is a central excise duty, then there is a state VAT and dealer's commission, etc. But you know, the crude that the petrol and diesel that you buy at the dispensing station today, that crude would have been obtained 2 months ago. Because you float a tender, you buy the crude. So it's bought either at the price, it has to be bought at the price available then. So 2 months ago, or whatever the representative, 6 weeks or 3 months or I don't know, then the price was not this price, it was higher price. The cost of insurance freight was also that price. So today that crude is being sold. Today the crude that you are, if the prices come down to 70 or below, that crude will arrive here much later. So you have a very legitimate question, and I'm being the devil's advocate. I'm asking the question to myself on your behalf. When will it come down further? Well, if it remains like this, and we meet, and I'm planning that we meet every 10-15 days at least, if not sooner, then it's a legitimate thing. That's all right. But let me also share with you that our oil marketing companies, which are the public sector entities, they are under recovery and losses. And I decided to do a little bit of homework for you for this session. One is a figure of under recovery based on 15 days rolling average quotes, and the other is the losses. So the under recovery on petrol for the total Q1, that is quarter one would be April, May, June, which means you just got a bit, this would be 19,905 crores. This would be on
as of 31st March 2026.
As of 31st March 2026. This is then
opening balance.
This is the opening balance. No, hold on. This would be then Q4 of last year.
Correct.
Not Q1. So Q4 of last year, that is what ended at 31st March, because the first quarter of this year has not come in yet. Okay. The under recovery would be 19,905 crores for petrol.
This is for which period, sir?
For the period ending 31st March 2026.
Jan to March.
Jan to March.
Q4,
yeah.
January to March.
Absolutely. The under recovery for diesel would be 1,44,819 crores. 1,44,000. Madam, we can give you these figures also, no? Have you given or no? I'll give these figures. 1,44,819 crores. And for LPG, it would be 24,148 crores. So basically, I'm taking petrol, diesel, and LPG. Now, what this means is that the cumulative under recovery for petrol, diesel, and LPG.
Slight correction, sir.
Yeah, please.
April 26, May 26, June 26, This is the opening balance as on 31st. So what you have just told.
No, sorry. I correct myself. Yeah, I was right initially. I was the figures are for ending first quarter, which is April, May, June. That is the June figure is till 2 days ago. That's absolutely correct. So that is the loss under recoveries 1,88,871. Okay.
Plus this, yeah.
That is yeah. But for the June, no, only for that quarter.
April, May, June 2020.
Yeah, but I also had an under recovery in the previous quarters
Of LPG.
of LPG, which and so total under recovery was it comes you minus from
2.1 lakh crores.
it comes to 2.1 lakh crores. That's it.
From January to June.
That
Till June of 2026, including the previous loss which we have carried over from the previous year.
Q4 plus Q1.
Q4 of
Q4 and Q1.
Cumulative.
But let me also explain to you. See, the Hormuz crisis, if I may call it that, started on 28th February. Okay? Prior to that, the companies were doing reasonably well. So the previous quarters from there were plus. So this 30,720 is the LPG portion. Therefore, that is being covered here, and the total, that is an addition. So we had
1.88 lakh crores.
1.88 lakh crores, you add 30 to that, is 2.10 crores. Okay. Now I come to the same thing for losses. One is under recovery, the difference between under recovery loss. There the figure, accumulated loss is something in the range of 30,720, 74,781. So the actual loss and under recovery are both very high.
And this loss is for which period, sir? This
Same
again-
period.
Same
April to
period.
June.
Same period. Now, I've gone from availability to the affordability. The 2 points I make on affordability is that there was no increase in the price at the retail bunk. Customers, it wasn't great, but the oil marketing companies were losing. Now, if the question is, when will you bring prices down? Well, as I said, now they are still carrying the stock which was bought at a higher price with higher insurance, higher freight rates. If this persists next 2-3 months, then that would be a legitimate question. But, that's hypothetical. I won't get into that case.